Yo, yo, yo. Hello, traders. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a good trading week. It's Thursday already. Where does the time go? Honestly, hope you're having a good week, guys. We've got loads to do in this live stream, so let me explain, right? So first of all, we're going to look at a couple of trades that we took profit on, right, from yesterday, because we're not in any new trades today, guys. And I'm going to show you exactly why and where we entered those trades. Those of you that don't know, we are entering according to our Price Action Pro indicator for this month. And we're in profit, and I'm going to show you the trades as well. So we're going to do that first of all. We are also going to take a look at the news, of which there is Canadian dollar news. All right, so at 1:30, guys, please say, Tom, news is coming out, and then I will probably still be chatting and ignore the news. But Canadian dollar news is coming out, so we'll check that, and we'll check the reaction to Canadian dollar pairs. We will in fact play Guess the News game, which is wonderful. And also, guys, we are going to give another $5,000 away, courtesy of Blueberry Funded, later on in this live stream. So we're going to give you a 5K funded challenge during this live stream. So stay tuned for that later. We'll play a little game to see who wins. And more importantly than anything, is you guys. So guys, please don't forget to come in, say hello, leave a trading question, and it can be anything you like. Maybe you want to look at a currency pair, maybe you want to discuss strategy, maybe you've got more gray hair since you've started trading, look at mine. Maybe you want to discuss that. So gray hair we can also talk about as well. And that is the plan of attack, guys, right? So yeah, don't be shy, get involved. Let's do this. So we're going to start by looking at a couple of trades. I showed you one of the trades in yesterday's live stream, right? And it came through and hit target. And interestingly, we also discussed the trade in yesterday's live stream, and something interesting happened. So let's go through it all and let's understand why it's interesting. I find it interesting. You might be like, Tom, that is a load of boring crap. But if you enjoy trading, you will probably enjoy this as well. Right, so let's do it, guys. All right, let me say hello to a few people before we start. Emperor Nero, hello. Rodrigo, Lara, how are you? Luigi, hi, Luigi. Tom, you sound more excited than normal. I wonder why. Because I've just got off a call, actually, where I can't say too much yet, but we're going to give more value to our trading community, right? I will reveal all probably in about a week's time. But we've basically partnered up with another company to offer you more value, right? So I'm excited about that call. So it could be that, or it could be that I've polished off a packet of digestive vanilla creams. These are more addictive than crack. Honestly, these are bad. Not that I know that, but yeah. Anyway, and obviously they've got more sugar than Haribo. So it could be that as well. I always say to myself, don't eat before the live stream. And what have I done? I've polished off a pack of biscuits. So there you go. Ross, how are you, Ross? Hope you're well. All good, thanks, Ross. Jaylene, hi. Niraj, hello. Mohammed, hi. How are you? Poo Poppy, hey. Okay, I thought it was because of LFC. So Liverpool did win last night, guys. So that's good. Andre, how are you? Max, how are you? Hello, hello, hello. Right. So I just enjoyed talking to you guys. I forgot what I was going to talk about. So we're going to look at Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar sells, right? So we talked about this trade yesterday, and it was an indicator trade. Like I said, guys, for the month of October, I am trading only the indicator. And thus far, we are up 1.5%. And that's even after a day where we had a crazy day. We had about 12 trades lining up, right? We didn't quite know how to handle that, but now we do. Anyway, the indicator is up. This is an indicator trade. And you don't have to leave the H4 chart, right? I'm going to explain it, what the indicator does, because it's based on price action and it's how I trade, right? So basically, you see the daily is bearish. This is how easy our indicator is. We was in this, basically, there was a little bit of movement in here, but basically we were in a ranging H4 market, right? Daily was in a downtrend. So basically, all I was waiting for was price to come down. Then we got a pullback to the river. And then we got this nice bearish candle. That's it. We enter from the river. Okay, there's a few other parameters that you can't see on my screen. It gives you support and resistance, targets, helps you with your stop loss, your take profit. It does it all for you, but ultimately you have a bearish candle, right? Daily's bearish. We're in a H4 downtrend. You can tell because the river is red. Normally that signifies blood if the river is red, but not on our watch. It signifies money. Anyway, entered there, stops up here, took price back down to these lows in here. Nice trade, right? Simple as that. Now, that's the indicator. Now, let me show you, because, you know, obviously, guys, I show you exactly how I trade every day. You're like, you know, it's price action. And, you know, even if I didn't use the indicator, let me just talk you through it, right? So daily was in a downtrend. We broke these lows with this big bearish candle, and then we just ranged really, right? But we was in a downtrend stroke range, and we just come from the top to the bottom. And you know why I entered on the H4. Okay, so that was Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar. And the interesting one is this, is euro yen. Because I forget who it was. Who was it? Maybe make yourself known. But somebody was saying euro yen buys, Tom, yesterday. They liked euro yen buys. And I was like, I'm not sure because of this big gap, right? And this is human versus computer, if you like, right? So I was umming and ahhing whether to trade euro yen, just purely me looking at the chart from a price action point of view. And the indicator was like, shut up, Tom, take the trade. It ticks all of the boxes, right? So, you know, I had reservations because of this gap. And I still think this wants to be filled, right? Because somebody was saying, look, Tom, can we start buying from in here, right? We had a big bullish candle, right? We were getting higher highs, higher lows, right? We're clearly in an uptrend. We had a nice retrace into value, into our smart river. We had a nice big bullish candle, right? Everything was pretty much pointing to buys, but I talked myself out of it because of this massive gap that we had, right? So the indicator doesn't care about all that, right? So the indicator, if we go down to the H4 now, right, and we just look at the setup, give it a time to load. I'm having problems with my internet. I've got like the fastest internet in the world, but it's playing silly buggers today. So I have my reservations. This is the interesting part. So I'm a human. Hello, I'm Tom. I'm a human. Oh dear, yes, I am a human, right? And that is the human in me, right? I'm, you know, it's not a bad thing. It's how I've always traded, right? And I'm looking for reasons to trade and reasons potentially why I couldn't take a trade. Now, the indicator is like, I don't care, Tom, right? The indicator is based on my my price action logic. So daily, as I said, was in an uptrend, right? We had a nice daily candle as well. The H4 was in an uptrend, right? And then we got this bullish reaction in our smart river, and the indicator said enter. I entered here, took price back up to this area of resistance, put my stop loss below the river, another nice trade, right? And, you know, you could have left some profits to run. So, yeah, that's the interesting bit for me. And that's what I've been finding out all month, you know, like man versus machine, right? And there's a lot to be said for how mechanical my trading has been this month, right? It takes a lot of pressure off you, if you like, right? It makes the entries so clear, right, that there is no gray area. Whereas when I trade, there will always be a little bit of gray area because, you know, I'm incorporating multiple time frames. I'm looking at, you know, trend direction, structure, candlesticks, support and resistance, value, you know, but I can see things like gaps, and that could potentially put me off a trade. Whereas the indicator was like, look, it ticked all the boxes in terms of price action. So bloody enter it, you moron. And I said, okay. And look, successful trade. So I've really been enjoying the mechanicalness of my trading, and it's freed up my time more, and there's less gray area. You know, like I almost have to swallow my pride a little bit because I'm like, right, I've been doing this for, you know, God knows how many years. I'm like, I don't need any indicator to tell me to do this, but I have found it a very useful tool, I must say. So there you go. There's my couple of pence on our price action indicator. Yeah, guys, and they're the two trades that we took from yesterday. Again, you know, I put all of my trades in here, right? It was Aussie dollar CAD sell. It was a D4A strategy, right? The indicator has different strategies within it. And the euro yen buy was an R25 strategy. I didn't come up with these names. Whoever did, we sound like Star Wars. But yeah, there you go. Right. And hit TP. And guys, yeah, if you want, you know, all of my trade ideas, etc., then please come join our trading community. What else did I want to show you? I don't know. Let's have a look at some questions. Let's say hello to a few people and get some questions. Yes, I'm glad. Let's dwell on that for a little bit because I haven't been able to talk much about Liverpool because we've been so shit. But yesterday we won 5-1 against Frankfurt. So happy about that. I should have my Liverpool mug, but I haven't. Just got a glass of water. Thirsty work this trading. And who else we got? Thapello. Hi, how are you, Thapello? Hey, Tom, how do you recognize your loyal YouTube and Discord members? I don't know. I just have I just recognize names and yeah, there you go. Poo Poppy, I traded it as a head and shoulders. Okay. What, euro yen or Aussie dollar CAD? Tony, how are you? Brett. So Brett's also a price action pro trader. Euro yen buy and pound yen buys. They were buys, I believe. Both hit TP as well. Okay, Max Shorten took a loss. No worries, Max. You know, most of the time you're right, mate, when I see your trades in there. Brian, how are you? Mike is explaining that Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar is setting up again. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I may well take this trade again. We're going to wait for the 5-5 in my time, but the next H4 candle to finish. Honestly, I've got to take a minute. I don't think I've spoken so quickly in all my life. I've got to stop, you know, having digestive vanilla biscuits before I go onto a live stream. I'm just going to take 10 seconds to get my zen back. I'm like, rah, 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 rah. But yes, Mike, if we get a nice big H4 candle here, yeah, we can take that back down again. I think you are bloody right. So thanks for that, Mike. Good afternoon, Emmy. Eugene, how are you, Eugene? And yeah, Eugene is a member, a supporter. And Jane, hi, how are you? So guys, any pair that you want me to look at or any questions that you have about trading, please get them over to me now or forever hold your peace. Please remember, guys, later on in the show, we're going to do another 5K giveaway as well. Now, another thing I want to show you, guys, is this. So if you go to our free Discord channel, this is the VIP Discord, right? But if you go to our free Discord channel, which is totally free to join, right? Then I also show you all the trades that I'm potentially looking at. So Tom's daily trade ideas, we've cunningly named it that. So if you go in here, guys, this is everything I'm looking at today, right? Thursday, the 23rd of October. These are all the potential setups. Now, the problem with all of these setups is we haven't had a retrace yet, or we're waiting for a structure break, right? So let's look at Aussie dollar, US dollar, for example, right? Because we still like this US dollar strength. And all we're waiting for, as you can see, I don't know why I've got 14 alarms in here. Let's delete one. All I'm waiting for is a structure break, guys, right? You can clearly see on the H4, right? We've got this level through here that, you know, keeps being support. And now price is a bit stuck here, right? We're in a bit of a consolidation zone. But if we get a break of this level and my alarm goes off, I will jump into action like Jackie Chan, right? Slightly taller, but I will jump into action and I'll look to take price back down to this blue line. Same is true for New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Let's take a look at that. Again, I'm just, yeah, so this is interesting, guys, right? H4, right? You got this. Okay, so H4 is basically in this uptrend, right? You've also got this last low here as well, right? And you've got this low here. Now, I was just about to put my alarm in here, right? Well, I'm going to do it. Let's put my alarm in there, right? My Jackie Chan alarm. Now, imagine if this does come up, it tests this level, and then it comes shooting down and breaks this level, right? So you could argue that that was the last higher low and it got broke. But if it gets broken, you know, do you really want to start selling immediately into that anyway? Right? You can clearly see, if I get rid of all my 3-year-old drawings, you can clearly see this is a level. So even if it breaks that, I wouldn't be interested in selling into that level. So in actual fact, I would put my alarm here, right? And then if it breaks that level, then I am very much interested. So yeah, there's a couple of US dollar pairs I am looking at. Okay, so we've got some questions coming in now. Gold. All right, let's have a look at gold. Gold is a really, yeah, so I've been waiting for this for 14 years. But jokes aside, I've been waiting for this gold pullback, right? Now on the daily, doesn't that look beautiful, right? Doesn't that look beautiful? Yeah, we've got this daily uptrend and we've had this massive pullback. That's really the only area of support you can really find, or the dynamic support, which is our smart river, right? So it's pulled back to a really nice support level. And that candle is bullish enough for me, right? It is. You know, the bottom wick is far bigger than the top wick, right? There's buyers have come in with a vengeance. So it's all teeing up or looking like a really nice buying opportunity, right? Now, the final piece in the jigsaw will be this. So let's just highlight it here. So really, again, it's all about structure. And that really is the last high on the H4, right? The last significant area on the H4, the last lower high. So if we get a break of this level, right, that constitutes a structure break for me. Now, I know Max is already in gold buys, yeah. So, you know, if we get something like this and then we get a break, I will be interested in buying gold after that break. Now, obviously, I am conscious of this level. This proved to be a level, right? I do need to take that into consideration and see what price does at that level. But ultimately, if we get a H4 structure break, bit of a retest, you know, you potentially got a really nice buy trade on gold. But this is the problem with today's, you know, I showed you all of my trade ideas in the free Discord. You know, we're just waiting for structure breaks, right? And, you know, whether I have to wait 4 hours, whether I have to wait 4 days, doesn't matter. That's what I wait for, right? You know, we have a saying in our Discord, you know, we let the trades come to us. We don't go chasing them. So what we mean by that is we wait for that structure break. We wait for buyers to take control. We wait for the uptrend. We wait for sellers to give up, right? And then we can start buying gold. So if you haven't sold all of your gold yet, right, wait for it to come back up to the highs. And obviously, guys, you know, this is true of all, you know, all assets. But, you know, gold is a flight to safety. It is susceptible to, you know, lots of geopolitical, macroeconomic stuff. But, you know, ultimately, if you see a sell-off in the indices, which we did probably about a week ago, you know, then you'll also see some gold strength because it's a flight to safety. So worth considering that correlation as well. Right, what else are we looking at? Mike, pound Swiss franc. Okay, so again, this is another one, Mike, of man versus machine, right? It really is. Because on the daily, or is it? Let's go to the weekly. Yeah, because this is a weekly support level, right? We're at a weekly support level, okay? Fact, right? Again, you know, I don't make things up. That is a fact, right? We're in a downtrend. That's also a fact, okay? Right? We're in a downtrend, lower highs, right? But it's not breaking this low. In the words of Gandalf, you shall not pass, right? I love a bit of Lord of the Rings. I really do. I cannot wait for the next series of Lord of the Rings on Amazon. I should get commission from Amazon really for this. So that is in a downtrend, but we're at support. And, you know, the same is true here, right? We're in this downtrend, but we're at this support level. And it's no wonder that when price gets to this weekly level, it just does that. Nothing. Because you've got daily sellers and it's a weekly support level. So you have weekly buyers. Right? So that always, I would say pretty much always, it's rare that price will just, you know, fly through a weekly resistance or support level. That is very, very rare that will happen. And most of the time, a weekly support level with a daily downtrend, you will get this scenario. Just buyers and sellers fighting it out. They don't know what to do with themselves. You know, they're of equal strength right now. So what you need is Chuck Norris in here to sort them out. And what I would be interested in is where this breaks. Does this consolidation break to the upside? If it does, you know, we're still in a downtrend. It will still be difficult to look for buys, right? But I would probably be, you know, more keen on buys than sells. Or do we get the break to the downside, a nice big bearish candle confirming a breakout of there, and then we continue this downtrend? So that's what I would be waiting for, right? Now, I know the indicator doesn't care about that. But, you know, on the H4, we are daily is bearish. We're in this downtrend stroke range, I would say. You know, if we get a nice big bearish candle here, can we take it down to here? Yeah, most probable, right? Most probably. Is that, don't know. Because we're basically still in that range. We're still in that consolidation. So we're in a downtrend. Can we take this consolidation from the top down to the bottom? Yeah, most likely, right? But typically, we're at a support level. Sell trades are over, right? So, yeah, there's my couple of pence on pound Swiss franc. Right, Poo Poppies, guys. Poo Poppies' name appears in green because they are a member. So if you want to show your support for the channel, guys, you can. You can become a YouTube Simply Forex member. I think it's as little as like $2 a month or something like that. And then you will get priority questions as well, plus a few other perks. While I'm at it, guys, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and please smash the like button. It really helps support the channel. Merci beaucoup. Also, guys, while we're at it, if you look above my head, I have hair. No, I'm being silly. If you look above my head and you look at the banner that was beautifully created by the editor, first of all, take a look at the website, guys, www.simply-forex.com. If you go on there, guys, you'll get access to all of our premium trading education. We've got the Simply Forex course, which I created. We have got the mentorship program where I coach you one-on-one. You've also got the VIP Trading Academy, which I showed you earlier. And you can get access to our Price Action Pro indicator, which is kicking butt, right? It really is. So go check that out. Also, guys, in the middle there, if you come join our free Discord channel, you will not be disappointed. We've got loads of traders sharing ideas, knowledge. You can have a chit chat. So please come join our free Discord as well. We've got a beautiful trading community. Some of them are probably beautiful. I reckon most are probably pretty ugly, but who knows? And finally, guys, please check out the Pepperstone promotion. It's a great promotion, right? If you sign up with Pepperstone, a world-class broker, using our link, we will give you free access to the VIP Trading Academy, and we'll give you a free Essential Trading View account. Do it. So there you go, guys. Check it out. All the links are in the video description. Well, I hope they are. Otherwise, we will sack the editor. Right, next one. Poo Poppy is having a bumper week. Trying not to get overconfident. Yeah, I know what you mean, but good for you, Poo Poppy. I'm glad you're having a good week. Brian wants to look at Bitcoin. Let's have a quick look at Bitcoin then. Where are ye? In here. So for all you kryptonites, let's have a look. Now, this literally had a weekly structure break, right? So let's start with the weekly, right? That is a weekly structure break, right? Price was coming up. We almost had this level here, and then bang, we've broken these lows in here, right? Again, it's not, I'm not sure. That is a structure break. Fact, right? No ifs and buts. Okay, I was about to say a joke about butts, but I'm not going to. going to refrain. I'm not a child. Right? We've had a structure break. Okay. So just bearing that in mind, a structure break is a big thing, especially on the weekly. So everything would suggest we could take price to the next area of support. That would be my trade with Bitcoin, potentially back down to the big psychological level, 100,000. Right? That would make perfect sense to me. If we drop to the daily now, you can see we're in a downtrend, right? And just look how price reacts at our smart river. I don't mean to keep bigging it up, but we're very proud of what we've made, right? It's a effing good indicator. Anyways, reacted at our river, you know, big top wick, nice big bearish candle. That suggests more selling. I'd aim for these lows, but it suggests more selling as well, right? And then the final piece, as we know, is H4. And all I would wait for would be this, right? We do this. Why am I doing that? Because we are in, right? If we look at this, we are in a H4 uptrend. Okay, this is where we're at. So if we got a break of these lows, right? Imagine that. And this is how I trade, guys. I just try and stack probability in my favor. So if we get a structure break right here, and this goes for any asset, any chart, you know, you could be trading corn or you could be trading the NASDAQ. It really doesn't matter, or Bitcoin, right? But if you've got weekly, daily, and H4, right, all in a downtrend, chances are you have a good trade, right? You know, just that very simple, logical idea, right? Everything's pointing in the same direction. So therefore, the probability is stacked in your favor, right? And that's what we're looking for, guys, right? You know, we know trading is just a game of probability. And your job as a trader is to put that probability just slightly in your favor, right? If you have a win percentage of just 55%, you'll be profitable over the year, right? You just got to put that probability in your favor, you know, and that's your job, guys. All right. So yeah, Bitcoin, I would sell, Brian. Right, Jane has got a question here as well. Let's just say hello to a few people. So Henny Britton, how are you? Henny, I like the name Henny. Mr. Billionaire, how are you? News in 2 minutes. Thank you, Ross. I'm always blabbering on. So let's take a quick. Jane, we'll come back to your question. Do we have time? We're going to play the thing. Right, let's have a look at some Canadian dollar pairs. So I like to look at the hourly chart for some kind of reaction. So we've just had some news that is quite muted, right? CAD Swiss, okay, Canadian dollar weakness, CAD yen, Canadian dollar weakness. That could just be flight to safeties being strong. Let's have a look at Euro CAD. No, Canadian dollar is a little bit weak. I am going to suggest, I'm going to put my hunter hat, deer hunter hat on, say that after a few beers, like Sherlock Holmes, and I am going to say that the news was slightly worse than expected for the Canadian dollar. See, bloody genius. But yeah, that's quite a big miss, guys, right? That's almost half, right? 1.3 down to 0.7. Right, a big miss on core retail sales. It just means people are not spending money, right? They're tightening the purse strings. Is that the right word? You know, so it's not good for the economy. If the people of a country stop spending, it all goes to shit. So yeah, so that's not good, obviously, right? So yeah, and how that has a, you know, very vaguely, you know, very generally, how that has a knock on with the Canadian dollar currency is, you know, if you're constantly getting bad news from a country, typically the job of a central bank is to either heat the economy up or cool it down. Generally, right? It always needs one or the other. Generally, rarely is it just going, oh, nice, big, happy economy. Rarely is it doing that. It either needs heating up or cooling down, right? And if you keep getting bad figures coming out of a country, then, it would suggest that the economy needs some help. And one of the biggest tools in order to make that economy heat up is to reduce interest rates, right? That's very pro-business. And if you decrease interest rates, it generally devalues the currency, right? So bad news equals reducing interest rates, and therefore the currency itself will depreciate as well. Very generally speaking, guys, right? That is, how we're rolling. Right, guys, what we're going to do, let's have a quick look at Euro New Zealand dollar. Then we are going to do the 5K giveaway, courtesy of Blueberry Funded. Come on down. The price is right. Euro New Zealand was one of my trade ideas for today. I like it for buys. You can see where my alarm is, and that's what I'm waiting for, right? We're in an uptrend. We've retraced again. Look at the Smart River, such a nice place to trade from. We're in an uptrend. We've got a nice bullish-ish candle, right? If you look at the previous candle, it's not super bullish, but it's bullish enough, right? So I'm interested in taking price back to these highs. My alarm is in here because the final piece of the jigsaw is the H4 structure break. And as I said earlier on, guys, it feels like that's what we're waiting for with a lot of these trades, right? Well, it's not, it doesn't feel like it. We are. That's what we're waiting for. So yeah, this is what I'm waiting for, guys. Right, we're in this downtrend. Price hits that level. Maybe it farts about a bit. That is a technical term. As soon as we get that break, right, sellers have given up. We're in an uptrend, bit of a retrace. We can start coming higher. But it's important to wait for that break, right? I have a saying, you want to get in at the right price, not the early price. And it's the same saying as, let the market come to you, don't chase the market, right? There's lots of sayings in trading, but those two are particularly true. Right, guys, we are going to play the 5K giveaway. Get yourselves ready. Are you comfortable? Have you got your beer or vodka in hand? Maybe a cup of tea? We are going to do this. Before we do, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button and smash the like button. Please go check out the website. Please come join our free trading community, our free Discord, and please check out the promotion we have with Pepperstone. Right. This week, in order to pick a winner, I've also got my Wheel of Fortune. I knew I'd be a game show host one day, and I have forced it upon you. Right, guys, let's do it. We're going to do the 5K challenge giveaway. You know how it works, right? I'm going to pick a currency, Euro, Aussie, dollar. We're going to go back in time. Don't look, don't look, don't look. Yes, start a new one. Right, let's go in here. Let's go down to the H4. Here we are. Right, guys. So we are going to do for our first one, guys. Right. Let me do this. Right. So we're just going to pick an area in time. Right. And we're going to pick a trade. Right. That's the trade. Okay. So we're on the H4. This is a sell trade, obviously, because this is the stop loss and that's your target. Now, some of you may be new to the game. So what you need to do is, if you think this trade will hit target, you type yes in the live chat. Okay, you have to type your answer so we can keep an eye on you, or the editor keeps an eye on you. And if you think this trade won't work out, this sell trade won't work out, you type no. Okay, It's as simple as that. If you're correct, you get 1 point. It's as simple as that, right? So everyone, get your answers over to me right now. Will this trade work out? Yes or no? Remember, we have a $5,000 prop firm challenge giveaway. I had to get the right words in order. My brain is a little bit slow. Right. I play along as well, just for the fun of it. I'm going to say no. I think no. But let's play it along, guys. I have no idea. What's this? This is the 5th of May 2017. I don't know what went on that day. Right, let's play it along. I think no, this isn't going to work out. No, it's not going to work out. Let's go. It's taken a while, this one. Right, bang, stop down. So that didn't work out. This sell trade did not work out. So if you said no, you get 1 point. So 1 point for me. If you did say yes, you missed out on literally a few pips. Tough luck. Right, next trade. Let's play it along for a little while into an interesting area. Right. This is the next one. This one is going to be a long trade. I always go to the wrong one. So we're going to enter here. I'll stop down here. Okay, there you go. There's the trade. Okay. Now, is this trade going to work out? Right, yeah, and keep your own store. Get my teeth in. Keep your own score, guys, right? So the next one. Yes, this is a long trade, right? Remember, we're going to take price up to here. Will that work out? Yes or no? What do you think? Fergal Sharkey is in the house. Joyful Lens. I assume you do photography. I always guess what people do and what their names are and where they're from by their YouTube name. Okay. I am going to say yes. I think this will work out. Mike is 100% no. Mike, very confident. This is the sound effects. That worked out. That is a yes. Right? That has hit target, guys. So those of you that said yes, give yourself a point. I believe I have 2 points, 2 out of 2. Just saying. Right, we're going to do it again. This is going to be our next trade. Okay, from there to there. Okay. Again, guys, yes or no. Okay, please get your answers. Brian's got 2 points so far. Nero's got 2 points so far. So, guys, yes or no? Here's the next one. Let's do it. Anything hot? Anything hot, we will get on well. I love hot, spicy food. Right. Are you ready? What do I think? I am going to say... I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. You know, the trend's looking tired, right? It's like, keep trying to push up. I'm going to say no. I should probably say yes, but I'm going to say no. Here we go. Oh, there we go. It almost hit stop loss. Just goes to show how important support is. But if you put yes, give yourself 1 point. Poo Poppy said, I'm sure Tom just copies my answers. Poo Poppy, you have found me out. You told me you wouldn't tell anyone. Right, we're going to do two more, guys. We're going to do two more. Right, we haven't had... Let's play this along. Oh, no, let's play this along. Let's find a little interesting level. Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting. Right. This is a buy trade. Yeah. Is it going to work out? Yes or no. If you think it's going to work out, put yes. If you think it's going to hit stop loss, put no. So everyone get involved. Yes or no. Don't be shy, guys. Get involved. Come give it a go. Okay, so we've got a bit of a mixed bag on this one. Max, I agree. This is a hard one. Okay, lots of people saying yes. People are like, yes, 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 no. This is a hard one, right? I am going to say, just because this stop loss is below this support, I'm going to say yes. If the stop loss was here, I would say no. I'm going to say yes. Right, so let's play it along. Oh, no. So that is a no, guys. Okay, so we're going to do one more. All right, so we're going to do one more, guys, and that is it. We are going to do a short, but we are going to have a really tight stop loss just to make it a little bit tricky. I'm going to get rid of this one. Right, that's the trade. Actually, let's make this a little bit. Right, that's the trade. Yes or no, this is now a sell trade. This is the last one, guys. Please keep track of your scores, right? If you think it's going to hit target, put yes. If you think it's going to be stopped out, put no. I think yes. I think this is going to work out. That is quite a tight stop loss, right? Normally, I'd want to put my stop loss above there. This would be my stop loss. Is that a bit tight before it comes down? Let's see. I am going to say yes, this will work out. Let's play it along. I'm enjoying it. Oh, yes. Okay. So, yes, that did work out, guys. So, Nero, it's okay. You can change your mind. But that was a no. So, guys, total your scores. Give me your scores right now. Okay, so everyone. Okay, Rodrigo got 2 out of 5. Mr. Billionaire got 4 out of 5. Anyone beat 4 out of 5? 3 out of 5. I just want to use my Wheel of Fortune. Brian got 4 out of 5. Okay, so we have got in here, I'm going to put Mr. Billionaire. Where the hell is that? Mr. Billionaire and Brian. Okay, anyone else get 4 out of 5? Okay, here we go. This is very exciting right now, guys. We have got 2 players on 4 out of 5, Brian and Mr. Billionaire. I'm glad we had a draw because I want to use the Wheel of Fortune. So we're going to spin it and we are going to find out. Oh, Nero got 4. Let's put Nero in. This is exciting stuff. Well, okay, so we've got 3 guys, Nero, Mr. Billionaire, and Brian. Here we go. We're going to see who wins this week. Jalene just got 4 out of 5 as well. Okay, no more. After Jalene, that's it. So I'm just going to put J. There we go. Okay, hide. There we go. Jay, Nero, Brian, and Mr. Billionaire. Here we go. Let's see who wins. Jaylene, you are the winner of a 5K challenge courtesy of Blueberry Funded. In order to claim your prize, you must join our free Discord channel. So go on the link, join our free Discord channel. It's free to join, and then message Simply Forex, or just go to the help room and somebody will help you, and we will get you your 5K challenge. All right, guys. Yeah, have a great rest of your trading week. I've enjoyed being a game show host, and see you again soon, guys. All right, see you later.